Here's a great technique that's not only going to help your participants to begin to cognitively apply the information you've just shared, but it's going to set up an opportunity to get some conversation going, which is not only going to drive the retention of that material even further, it's a lot more interesting than just you going on and on and on with a presentation. Here's how it works. You share your critical need to know information that's going to help you drive towards the session objective, and then at a logical stopping point, you invite the participants to take a reasonable period of time to physically write down, type out their reactions to a specific prompt you're going to give them. You're going to have them take some time, actively think about, apply, consider what you've just shared, and then write or type their reaction to your prompt. That prompt could be, what is your instant gut reaction to what I just shared? How might you use this information I just shared? How does the information I just shared relate to the information I shared an hour ago? How does this process help you to be more successful? Whatever. Once they've taken a reasonable period of time to actively think about, write down, type out their reaction to that, you then invite anybody who's comfortable sharing to share their thoughts. You, as the facilitator, allow that to happen. Resist the urge to respond to what they just shared with another 20-minute lecture. Instead, ask what everybody else in the group thinks about what that person just shared, or give maybe a one-line quick feedback. Or if that person shares that maybe they're not quite grasping what you just taught, ask some clarifying questions. Once you debrief, let a couple different people share their findings, you can then move on with the next block of instruction. But you've now gotten some participation. You've now gotten people kind of applying your information. You're maybe revealing where what you taught you need to go back and clarify before you move on. All sorts of great stuff starts happening. I really like this approach, not only because it makes everybody in the room think about and apply what you just talked about, but I also like it because it appeals to not only those people in the group who like to talk, the more extroverted people, it also reaches more introverted people, or the people who need some time to process and they're not ready yet to share their thoughts in front of the whole group. It at least gives them a chance to apply, write it down. You can even invite them to come share their thoughts with you one-on-one if they're more comfortable doing so. Real quick, here's what it sounds like. Teach, 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 share, 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 present, present, present. Okay, before we move on, group, I'd like it to take 15 seconds and physically write out or type out your reaction to what I just shared. Or I'd like you to write down what questions you have relative to what I just shared. Or I'd like you to write down how this information relates to that information that I shared an hour ago. Or I'd like you to write down what happens if you don't follow this process. Or what good things are going to happen if you do follow the process. Whatever your prompt is, that's what it sounds like. I'm going to give you that 15 seconds or so to write down your thoughts. Anybody that's comfortable sharing, we're going to share, discuss, have a little bit of conversation. If you're not comfortable sharing and you'd rather talk to me one-on-one, we're going to have a break in then an hour or so, and then you can come and talk to me then. Simple approach, simple technique, really gets people thinking about what you just shared. It gets them cognitively imprinting it on their brain through the act of writing it down. It gives them something to go back and refer to later, and it touches both those people who want to share and those people who maybe want more one-on-one interaction. And then most importantly at all, it stops you talking and it gets them engaged. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Leave me a comment down below.